It's backwards, Barbie. You know he was tricking up money. She's in the passenger seat of my Rolls-Royce Ferrari. And you know, I mean really, and our son's in Miami. So I have to be calm on the phone with him. You know, like a loving mother, I have to be happy on the TV every morning. Live from New York music. Wendy Williams reveals how she played Kevin and Serena Wendy Williams. Never planned on sitting idle, letting her so-called boo Kevin and his mistress Serena play her. The Wendy Williams show talk host had a few tricks planned up her sleeve, and she was anything but afraid to use them to humiliate the ones who humiliated her. Let's dive right in. And look at how Wendy played her ex-husband and his new family before we get into the details of Wendy's spicy revenge plan. Why don't we start by taking a quick stroll down memory lane to know exactly how so much bad blood was developed between the now ex-couple. I knew that I would, but I had to get my ducks in her out. It's like I knew a lot of things for years, right? You say you knew about this type of life. I knew a lot of things for years. It has always been common public knowledge that Kevin has struggled to remain loyal to Wendy through the years of their marriage, not just the public. But Wendy, too, was always aware of Kevin's many mistresses that he had to have at his back. And call my marriage, yeah. Are you out of your mind? No, I don't know. Well, Johnny's out of his mind. 100. We learned that in the game earlier, Rescue 9, to spice it up, Wendy later revealed that Kevin first cheated on her when she was pregnant with their son, Kevin Jr., and hasn't stopped since then. Talk about taking good care of your pregnant wife. Word has it that the affair started right underneath Wendy's nose. In fact, the first time Serena and Kevin were seen together was in a photo captured in 2007, where they were chilling at a party organized by who? Yes, that's right. Wendy on Bad Boys Tinker and Harm Foreign, since the cheating wasn't anything new to Wendy. And she has been bearing all of it previously, too. She decided to ignore this one. Little did she know that Kevin was planning on giving Serena a much greater status than being his side girl. In 2019, Serena and Kevin had a daughter together. That was the last straw for Wendy. It's one thing if your husband cheats on you, and another thing if he has a child with another woman. So she filed for divorce. The couple's divorce was finalized in 2020, and they decided to forego alimony. In 2021, Kevin and Serena got engaged, and the latter was seen flaunting her a diamond ring estimated to be priced at $80,000. Kevin does not really have a source of income except the alimony Wendy gives him. So we all know where he got that ring from now. Not just that, but he also used Wendy's money to buy Serena a house worth $765,000, and that, too, only 9 miles away from Wendy and Kevin's house. While Kevin and Serena were having the time of their lives, Wendy was suffering and had to put to pause on everything, including her career music. Applause, have a costume contest. We do it every year, so it was a lot of fun. Let's get started. Our first caress music. Of course, Wendy wasn't going to take being publicly humiliated and having her hard-earned money fooled around lately, so she decided to play Kevin and Serena like they had been playing her for a while now, and she did not do that just once, but in many different ways. Talk about being savage. So when Kevin and Serena's pregnancy came to light and became public information, Kevin allegedly told Wendy that he would step down from the show, The Wendy Williams Show. But Wendy asked him to stay. Kevin remembers, when the news was out, I told her I would step down from the show, and Wendy told me I needed to stay because I was having a kid. I stayed only to be later lined up. I got fired from management, served divorce papers, and fired from the show, all in the same day. Do you see what Wendy pulled after reassuring Kevin that he needs to stay on the show? Because of his kid, she did a 360-degree turn on her statement and had him go through two different losses, getting served divorce papers and then losing all of his positions on the show on the very same day. However, Kevin also isn't one to be played with. He did make alimony a reality before finalizing his divorce from Wendy, and that is how he ensured that he would keep getting a fair amount of money to treat his new girl, Sharina, and their daughter, without ever lifting a finger to earn. That is the second problem Wendy had to deal with when everything was rainbows and sunshine for Kevin and Serena. Wendy struggled with mental and physical health issues. She was hospitalized for psychiatric evaluation and has been absent from her show since September 2021. In October 2021, Top Big stopped paying Wendy her salary approximately to be around $10 million a year. Of course, if Wendy isn't getting any money and is in a difficult stage of life, she won't be able to make alimony payments. However, Kevin, being the gold digger that he is, wasn't ready to understand that. So apparently, near February 2022, Kevin made his way to court and demanded that the court order Wendy's then financial guardian to make payments at as contractually required under the MSA and severance agreement. Kevin made claims of being unable to support himself and tried to portray himself as the victim who has had to suffer because his ex-wife stopped making her alimony payments. He said, "I've fallen behind on most of my bills. I currently live in a community that requires payments to homeowners associations, and I'm behind on that bill if the homeowners association fees are not paid. A foreclosure will soon follow. My car insurance hasn't been paid due to not receiving monthly severance payments. I'm behind on credit card payments because I have no money since the severance payments were suspended. My life has been greatly affected since the plane has stopped making payments under our settlement agreement. In all honesty, and we don't mean to be brutal, this is the most fitting revenge for Wendy, especially if Kevin is so shallow about money. The woman is suffering from one of the worst moments of her life, and all he cares about is his money. If money is so important, maybe he needs to get out and find a job instead of living off of what his ex-wife makes." And that is the second way Wendy played Kevin and Serena. Though unwillingly, it is still a fitting revenge to what they did to her. Now that Wendy's show is ending, Kevin can rest assured he is not getting any more money anytime soon, no matter how much he cries about it. That's a wrap for this video, guys. September 2021. In October 2021, Top Big stopped paying Wendy her salary approximately to be around $10 million a year. Of course, if Wendy isn't getting any money and is in a difficult stage of life, she won't be able to make alimony payments. However, Kevin, being the gold digger that he is, wasn't ready to understand that. So apparently, near February 2022, Kevin made his way to court and demanded that the court order Wendy's then financial guardian to make payments at as contractually required under the MSA and severance agreement. Kevin made claims of being unable to support himself and tried to portray himself as the victim who has had to suffer because his ex-wife stopped making her alimony payments. He said, "I've fallen behind on most of my